What's up guys, DubWar here, and today I'm bringing you guys episode 5 of my Road to Champions League. So today what we're going to do is we're going to go for 3 raids, and hopefully that can get us to 3,100 trophies. So that way, we're only going to be 100 trophies away from our goal point, which is of course Champions League at 3,200 trophies. And we are extremely close, so I'm really excited guys. Hopefully we can get there by next episode maybe, or maybe next 2 or 3 episodes. I think I might even drag it out a little bit longer just because the gameplay up here is a bit exciting and it does get pretty scary at points, so I think I'm going to drag it on for maybe 2 or 3 more episodes. And of course, I mean, even when we do hit champions, I'll be probably asking you guys, do you want me to continue raiding and going even higher? We'll see how things go, but of course it does cost a lot of gems for me to push, so I'm kind of iffy about that. But like I said, we'll see how things go, and I don't want to keep any promises yet, but that's just an option that we have for the future, of course. But let's go for our very first raid here. What I want to do in this episode is I kind of want to just explain what's going on in the raids. I know we did this in I think episode 3 or 4, but a lot of you guys really seemed to enjoy that when I was kind of explaining what I was doing in the raids to make it happen that I'm winning them, of course. And so yeah, a lot of people enjoyed that, and I think I'm going to do that again in this video. So what I did here was I started off with the top part. I did put down like 2 balloons on that one archer tower up there because it was isolated on its own, and no other towers were helping it out, so all it takes is just 2 balloons to take that out. I put down a rage spell on the right side. I took out that air defense and also an archer tower, so that was good. I also now put down a couple minions because I did manage to get the attention of that archer queen, so I did take her out as soon as possible because she does do a lot of damage. Once she gets up to that around level 20 range, she can take down your balloons pretty fast, which is something you definitely don't want. So what I did here was I put down another rage spell on the left side of this guy's base, just the same way I did on the right side earlier, and that way I took out those 2 archer towers as well and that air defense. So now the top part is completely done. I can take out all these buildings with my minions, and it looks like this is going to be an easy victory because all that's left is just a couple of towers on the bottom part, and I have 31 minions left, which is quite a bit for me to take out these buildings. And yeah, we're at 42%, 43, as you can see. I'm getting a bunch of these free buildings, so this was already a secured win for me. And this guy does have a bunch of resources, so of course I'm going to try to go for them. I'm trying to keep as many minions as possible here because as soon as these outside buildings are out of the way, I'm just going to flood them all in, and we'll be able to take out all of these storages. And there is quite a bit of elixir, so like I said, I do want to conserve my minions, and that way we can take as much as possible. So I do have the Archer Queen and Barbarian King on me as well. I'm going to put down the Barbarian King. He is going to get damaged a little bit, but he is enraged, and he's going to take a bunch of that Dark Elixir. So I'm going to have to wait about 15 to 20 minutes now for him to rejuvenate, but not that big of a deal, of course. I did manage to get 2k Dark Elixir from that, and let's go for the next raid, guys. So that was a pretty nice 10 trophy victory. For this next raid here, we got a 33 trophy base. He does have a very square design, but I decided to kind of just skip it because I don't want to be messing around with those. Those are ones that you don't want to be messing around with. Now, I did include the searching here because I want to show you guys how long it roughly takes for me to search a base out. And yeah, I mean, it's usually not that bad. And as you can see, here's another 34 trophy base for me to go and raid. So I'm going to go ahead and attack this guy. And so yeah, I mean, his base layout is somewhat in a way similar to the last one. As soon as I take out all the archer towers from the top part, I'm going to be able to take out a lot of the outside buildings, and same thing with the bottom part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down a rage spell. I do want to try to take out that air defense, so that's why I put down that rage spell and put down those balloons, of course, for them to funnel in. And as you can see, it's not looking too good on the right side there. They didn't take out that air defense, but it's not that big of a deal. All I really needed was just that archer tower, and I should be pretty good to go from here on out, because even if I just put down a bunch of my minions right now for these outside buildings, they would take out a good amount because we're at 17%, so that's pretty good so far. And yeah, he does have his clan castle troops, so I'm just going to lure them out. I'm going to put down that lightning spell actually on those skeletons. Reason being is because if I put on the skeletons and I do put down my heroes later, if those skeletons were alive, they would funnel up to them and they would actually take out my heroes. So I'm going to put down a couple minions just to take out that one wizard and those 2 witches, and I should be pretty good to go from here on out because, like I said guys, the logic behind that is if I put down that lightning spell on the 2 witches and the 1 wizard, then those skeletons would still be alive, which would suck because as soon as I put down my heroes, then those skeletons would start running after them. So the logic logic behind that, I think it was pretty good. I don't know about you guys, but that's just a tactic that I've been using so far, and seems to be working. I don't know if you guys do the same, but like I said, it's a pretty good tactic to do, and that way you can take out all the skeletons and just put down like 4 or 5 minions on the witches, and you should be pretty good to go. This guy's Archer Queen is coming down on my guys, so I put down a bunch of minions just to take her out, and looks good so far. We're at 25%, still a ton of these outside buildings left, and I do have the heroes left, so at this point I was pretty you know, happy to know that I should be pretty good to go. There are enough outside buildings for me to take out, and I should be able to get that 50% mark. I'm gonna be honest, I did manage to just barely scrape it with this raid, but overall it wasn't that bad of a raid. I still have 14 minions left. We're at 40%, and a lot of these outside buildings are still under attack, so I was pretty happy to see that, yeah, we're gonna get it here. I still of course have the heroes, and no matter what, at this point you just know you're gonna get it. So I'm just gonna funnel in a couple more minions on the top part here, and we're at 47%, 48, a couple more minions. I have like, I don't know, 4 more left, and I'm gonna put them on the storage there just because I know I'm for sure gonna get that 50%, and I want to get some resources. So there we go, 50% guys, and I also have the king and the queen, and I'm gonna go ahead and put down that Archer Queen so she can take out a couple more resources. There's not very much, as you can see. There's 13k gold, and there's also 44k elixir, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm also just gonna put down the Barbarian King, and we're gonna get about 20k or 20,000-ish elixir from that. So yeah, there we go. We're gonna walk away. Awesome bonus, of course, because we're in Masters 1, and 2,200 dark elixir, which was a nice little bonus. So let's go for our next raid here. We got the guy for 34 trophies and a ton of resources, and I was super happy to see this base because, of course, resources and being up in this trophy range is just a win-win. So I'm going to go for 11 trophies on this guy's base, of course. I'm only going for the 1 stars. This guy does have his X-bow up on the bottom part of this guy's base, so everything on the bottom part right now, I can reassure that I can take it all out up until that air defense area, of course. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down just 2 balloons. It looks like this guy had a bunch of traps on the bottom part here, so it was a good thing that I didn't funnel them all in at the same time, because that would not have ended too well. So I'm going to put down 2 more balloons on these 2 archer towers, and also 2 balloons on the Teslas, so that way everything on the bottom part that can take out my minions are going to be out of the way. And I'm also going to put down a rage spell just on that X-bow. Reason being is because just in case I need to put down my heroes, I'm going to get that out of the way, and it's just something, I don't know, I kind of just felt like putting a rage spell, alright? So there we go. I'm going to get those Clan Castle troops lured out. As you can see, they're all on the left side right now. Also, the Archer Queen is lured out as well. So basically what I can do from here on out is I can just put down a couple minions, and I'm going to lure them out to the bottom part where I'm going to kill them. So I'm going to put a bunch of minions. I'm going to actually do a cool little tactic here for you guys that you can learn from as well. If you ever get the chance to do this, try to put a minion on an outside building where the Archer Queen's going to run after that 1 minion. And once she's running after that 1 minion, just put down a bunch more minions, like 10 to 15, and they'll be able to take them out, and you're going to manage to actually save those 15 minions. So I don't know if you guys went back and replayed that or not, but it is a really good tactic, and I don't know about you guys, but yeah, it's something you should commonly use if you're going to be up in this trophy range. It does get really complicated, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes you just got to drag out the Archer Queen right to the very corner and just put down like 15 minions, which they are going to die because she does manage to kill them all by the time you finish her off as well. But yeah, I mean, if you do get a chance to do that and you see the opportunity, make sure you go do that because it is a great tactic. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put down a lightning spell. It did fail, so that kind of sucked that that lightning spell didn't take out those archers, at least, because as you can see, my my minions aren't actually going to get a hold of that dragon. So I'm going to have to put down my Archer Queen, and she's going to be able to take him out because he does do quite a bit of damage. As you can see, he, I don't know, this might sound a bit wrong, but he blew on her once, and that damaged her up quite a bit there. So yeah, I had to put her down, and I had to use her ability, which is her cloak, of course. And yeah, she did take him out, and as you can see, I am going to get that 50%. We're at 49% with 9 minions left, and I'm going to see what I can do from here on out, because as you can see, this guy has a ton of resources left, and it kind of sucks to let this all go away, because I don't know, if I could take the resources, I would, but up in this trophy range, it gets hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down the Barbarian King, because this is our last raid, guys. That's why I'm just going to put him down, and this way, I don't really care about the cooldown after this. I am going to buy a shield at the end of this video, as you will see. I'm going to rage him. Unfortunately, for some reason, I don't know why he did this, but he didn't go for the other gold storage, as I imagined he would. Instead, he went for that wall, but yeah, I mean, you know, the AUI in this game is kind of, I don't know, you know, it's questionable. So I went ahead and let him die, put down a couple more minions, but we do walk away with a ton of resources. 351,000 gold, 140,000 elixir, and a great league bonus. As you guys know, I get it every single raid, 100,000 of both resources, gold and elixir, which is awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pack up my spell factory here, just make it so that I'm good for my next raid, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put down a 2-day shield, or I'm sorry, I meant to say 1-day shield. Reason being is I'm actually working really hard on the karaoke competition. As you guys know, it's around right now, and I am going to put a little sneak peek at the end of this video. It's really epic so far, guys. I'm sorry, I just kind of like delayed on my words there, but yeah, I'm working super hard on this, and I'm going to try my very best to get videos flowing out, but I'm sorry if I'm a little bit off these past few days, but like now you know, I am working really hard. So anyways, I'm going to put up the clip. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this episode, and I will see you in the next one. So peace, guys, and keep clashing.